Hello, my name is Sandra, and welcome to my channel from Lack to Legacy. On this channel, we're all things money, investing, and mindset. In particular, how to go from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, please stay. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me put this message up here. Y'all pray for the internet. If this is your first time, welcome. Um, don't forget, like, subscribe, share, hit all the buttons and stuff. I came on a little early because I wanted to get in before the opening bell because I wanted to share what we're going to go over tonight. In class, we have in class, in our study session, we're looking at ETFs. And so these are some of the ETFs that we're looking at. And I just wanted to, some of them I purchased already. I purchased yesterday. And some of them, you can see the green box, they're working. So those orders should execute shortly after the opening bell. And I just got off the phone with Ashley. She is such an angel. Ashley has been waiting for me so patiently to help her get her stuff set up. So Ashley, I hope you can get on. I hope you can jump on this morning, and I hope you can see. So let me make sure I'm in here, y'all. I want to make sure that you can see and hear and all that other good stuff. I need to check with Marilyn. I'm not sure if Marilyn's going to be on this morning because Marilyn needs a break, y'all. Marilyn is here all the time. She never fails. So I'm not sure. But at any rate, if you've been with us before and this is your second, third time, whatever, if you're OG, you've been with us from the beginning, y'all know I love you and I appreciate you. Everybody, please pray for the internet because that's going to be the thing that decides it all. Let me just quickly look at my Thinkorswim and I'm going to put us on a chart. So let's go over and let's look at SCHD. I'm digging SCHD and full disclosure. Not that I have to fully disclose, but y'all look at overnight. It shot up to $77 and it's back down. So we'll see how it opens. Let me move it to I'll put it on the 3 minute. And we have just a few minutes. We got about 3 minutes before the opening bell. So we'll see. You can see she's in a downtrend now. So we'll see what happens. Hey, if you're here, if you're new, don't forget, like, subscribe. You here, you like the content. Even if you don't like the content, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, but it helps us out. And I definitely appreciate it. So, y'all, this is a little different. I am literally sitting on top of the router. If I don't sit like right literally on top of this router, it's a mess. So I'm sitting on top of the router. Hopefully we can get at least a half an hour to an hour in. I don't know. But if it starts acting up too bad, I just can't. It sends me to a whole space. It's just not fun when the internet doesn't work. So I ordered this whatever thing. First of all, let me slow down. A travel brother who happens to be, I think he might have left Chiang Mai. Hey, C Tim. Hey. I think he may have left, but he told me the thing to get. And y'all know, I don't even know what the thing is. I just ordered it. He told me what site to go to. He was such a gem. I should look his name up and give him a shout out. I'll have to look it up. But he told me exactly what to get to ensure that my internet, I don't have to really rely on this. But it's a little thing. It looks like it's the size of a cell phone. And it's supposed to be, I don't even know what the heck, y'all know what the thing is. Anyway, and you have to buy data and you can take it anywhere, works anywhere around the world. So I won't have to be relying on this janky internet. But just so y'all know what we're doing, you can look at my watch list because in our class, we're talking about purchasing ETFs. And so these are some of the ETFs that we are looking at. And so I went through in my paper money account and purchased 10 shares of all of them, just so that we can have some data to see, how they're growing, just because we can. So, see, Tim, I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad. Okay, so we are 2 minutes away. Is it two? We're 1 minute away from the opening bell. So I see we have 6 folks. I don't know if Marilyn can make it tonight because I didn't give her any notice at all. And I don't think that's fair to ask her to come when there's no notice. So she may be here, she might not. So it's just us. It's us tonight. And there's the opening bell. There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here. Y'all pray for the internet, serious business, because I really want to show what's happening in our portfolio. So let me go over here to this monitor tab. And so it looks like we're up about $11. So I'm waiting for these to fill. FXAIX may not fill because this is the one index fund. But IWM, BGT, and VTI, hopefully they will fill. So we've got these working orders up here. If not, I'll take them out and manually put them back in. And so you can see in real time, these are, and you can see on my watch list, these are the ETFs that we'll be studying in class. At least these are the ones that I have. I put together a spreadsheet of all the ETFs that we're looking at. And so I purchased these yesterday, except for the 4 that you see. I'm hoping, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Fill in. So the only one that probably won't fill while we're working together is FXAIX. Again, it's not the others are all ETFs. It's an index fund and you can only trade it. It's once a day. So I want to say it's at the close of business. It'll probably fill. So we're waiting for IWM. I don't know what the deal is. So I may cancel this and just go in and order IWM on its own. We wanted 10 shares of it. So I'm going to cancel this order. No, I don't want to reset anything. We'll leave it. We'll see what happens. Okay. And so you can see what's happening. So I'm going to check on SCHD. That's just one of the ETFs that we're looking at. And can you see, look at, this is our 9, our 13, and our 50-day. I wonder if this 50-day is going to serve as a support, if it will hold its price there, if it won't go any lower, because it looks like it's about 76.94. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Yvette. Hey, Edith. Hey, everybody. Yes, please, 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 Kathy, pray for the internet because it is so nerve-wracking to try to get through a thought. No, when I see that little thing tick down, because I can see the bars. Okay, so we're all filled. So just so that you guys know, if you just came in, I'm going to switch back over to the monitor tab. And under the monitor tab, I'm in paper money, but under that monitor tab, you can see all of the open positions. And so what I did in class, I think it's on that ETF. It's going to be that kind of night. Yes, y'all talk amongst yourselves in the chat. Let me pull it back up just to show y'all real quick. And I promise you, I'm not going to do this all night. We're going to get in here 30 minutes. I'm going to show you all what I'm doing. And then I'm cutting out because this is nerve-wracking. I ordered whatever that little box is the guy told me to order. So I just want to show you. We were looking at least the sheet that I put together. I pulled together 14 different ETFs from bond ETFs to dividend paying ETFs, ones that are focused on tech. So just to kind of get a broad swath of the different kinds of ETFs. And this is all in my paper money account. So let me hurry up and get over there while I can so I can show you what we purchased. And FXAIX is the only one that hasn't executed because it's an index. It's not like these other ETF funds, these ETFs. You can purchase them all day throughout the day. FXAIX, I believe. Oh, my phone is. Oh, shoot. Wait, y'all. My whole tech setup is crazy. Anyway, so this is where we are. We're down $45 for the day. Who's the big loser today? VGT. Let's look at VGT. VGT is down $1.25. Of all of these, who's up? You can see from the red who's down. You can see from the green who's up. And of course, you would not, for your long-term investment, you would not be looking at it like this. You would not be looking at it every day. These are long-term, these are long holds. But since we're here, you might as well know. This is what so tomorrow when we come to class, I put together a spreadsheet of all of these, and I want us to go through, hey, Jayla, I want us to go through and we're going to talk about how do you evaluate an ETF. And so there's several things that you need to look at. We talked about the expense ratio. You might want to look at past performance. You might want to check out the company's reputation. So in the spreadsheet, it's already laid out for you guys, and we have all of our tools. We know that we can go to ETF.com. We can go to Yahoo.com, any of those, Bloomberg, Market Watch. And I just tried this today. You can also just put in the ETF name like SDHD and put in fact sheet in Google, and it'll take you to generally the company's fact sheet. So you can find out all the information that you need to know about your ETF. So tomorrow we will be focusing on how do we evaluate ETFs, and we have them all laid out in our spreadsheet. You can look at them all, and then you can evaluate for yourself which ones you think are suitable for your investment goals. I can tell you all what I have, and this is by no stretch of the imagination a suggestion for you. But what I have VTI, which is a total market. You know, like why choose when you don't have to choose? VTI has it's a total stock market ETF. Then I'm talking about personally. Then I have SCHD. You all know I like Schwab. And it pays a dividend. So I'm happy about that. Hey, Latoya. Hey, Elle. I'm so glad y'all here. We got like 15 minutes on this internet, but I wanted to show you all. So I put in everything. FXAIX is the only one that hasn't closed that we don't have in our paper money portfolio. So if you have something or you're considering purchasing an ETF and you haven't purchased, you haven't gotten in yet, put it in your paper money so that you can kind of monitor it. So that's what we're doing. You're looking at my paper money. These are all the ETFs that we'll be looking at in class tomorrow. Yay. I'm glad y'all made it. So are these contracts? These are stocks. We purchased no contracts. I'm not trading options trades. These are the actual ETFs we're purchasing, just like you would purchase. And I'll show you how I did it, just in case, because it is a little different from, you're looking at PSEC. Okay, say less. Let me get my pencil and my paper. PSEC. PSEC. Let me go look at it real quick. I think every time too that I toggle between these two, it gets dicey. So if anything happens, don't leave yet. If anything happens and I can't get back on, I'll let you know through my phone. It's a read. That's the only thing that I don't think I have in this. So we should put that in there. I don't have a REIT on this list. So that would be a good one, just to, just for balance. There are bond funds in there. I want to say that BND is a bond fund. QQQ is heavy in tech. And everybody gives me crap about putting QQQ on this list because the expense ratio is 0.20. It is the highest on the list. However, In my research, an expense ratio isn't considered expensive until it's 0.50. So that's why if you Google right now, top 10 least expensive ETFs, it's a good chance QQQ might be on that list. She's always invited to the dance because she's a runner, she's a track star, she's a performer. However, it does have the highest expense ratio of the ones that we're looking at. And so tomorrow in class, I'll show you all that stuff has been laid out. So you'll be able to pick and choose. I mean, I traded it. Would I purchase it? Have I purchased it? No, I haven't purchased it as a long hold, because why pay more when you can pay less? And so for me, VTI does it because VTI is total market. I like VOO too. VOO tracks the S&P 500. So if you don't want a total market, maybe you want VOO. So we're going to add PSEC, which is a REIT, and that is a real estate ETF. If you don't know what a REIT is, REIT, it's a real estate ETF. And inside, just like any other ETF, you have a basket of stocks. But these stocks are all real estate focused stocks. And so let's say you want to get in the real estate game, but you don't want to be a landlord or you don't want to have to handle property. A REIT is a good way to get into the real estate market without having the overhead and all that other crazy. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put it first on my watch list. PSEC. You just enter it in, hit enter, and it automatically populates here. Oh yeah, that is pretty reasonable. So I can go ahead and tap on it. And let me go to the trade tab. And because these two are linked, you all see that? This has a red link, this has a red link. I just want to peek, make sure I still have you guys. Okay, so I know I'm still on if I can see myself over here. Y'all, this is a janky little setup, but it's what we're working with. Okay, I know I'm still on if I can see it over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is purchase it. And it is different than when you are purchasing from the options chain. You would go down here to purchase an option. We're not doing that. I'm going to actually buy the stock or actually buy the ETF, and you can click on the price, hit buy, and it's so inexpensive. We could buy 100 shares. 100 would be $623. We going for it. Why not? It's paper money. We buying 100 shares, but the truth is, in everything else in the portfolio that I put together for class, I purchased 10 shares of each. But this is a good sign. Look, all this green over here on our watch list. So hey, only this LQD. I want to say this is the bond fund too. I think this is corporate bonds, and I'm not sure what this one is. I'll have to look and see. So I'm going to go ahead and buy us 100 shares of this. And you can see I don't know if the confirmation box pops up, and I'm not fooling with it. I'm just going to send it. And there we go. I hope you can see that it confirmed right up here, bought 100 of those shares. And then I'm going to go 100 of those. And here we are. So far we're down $4 today. But again, I promise you, do not watch your long-term investments like this. It really is set it and forget it. But because we're in teach mode or learn mode or chat mode, we're really just talking about money. You can look at it. But I wouldn't advise that for anybody that's in a long position to be watching it every day. If we were trading these things, yeah, you watch your trade, but you don't watch your long holds like that. It'll drive you bonkers. You'll be up and then down, up and down all day long. So no, I don't know that there's a healthy amount of time that needs to go by. I just don't think you should check it every day. No, I probably would because I'm obsessive like that. But I think if you're a new investor, set it and forget it. It is what it is. Okay, so we have our REIT in there now too. And let's see. Are you trading? Who's trading today? Because I'm not. Y'all, listen, this thing has me on the ropes between trying to prep for class. I'm going to be getting out of here. I'm going to be leaving Chiang Mai next month on the 21st. So trying to get that, man, all I can do is watch the trades like this. I'm watching all the traders because I know somebody is making some money. It's just not me. I'm not making money in trading. My focus has really kind of turned to the whole from lack to legacy business part. And it has sent me to my bed many a day. I mean, I'm sleeping over here like a grizzly bear because I'm up, really trying to get classes online, trying to just prep so that when I come here, but I promise you, I miss going live. For a while I was gone away. But when you get back into the rhythm of it, I miss the company. I miss talking to y'all. I swear to goodness, it's like I don't have my pulse on who's doing what, who's trading, who's making money, who's investing. So has anybody pulled the trigger? I went ahead. I finally pulled the trigger. Y'all know I had VTI all along. But I finally pulled the trigger on my SCHD, and I'm going to be watching it because I'm going to grab me some more. I'm telling y'all, we can dollar cost average in. I'm buying a share at a time because it's so reasonably priced. It's $76. And so I'm buying a share at a time. I had it set up on my phone. So again, we don't try to time the market. We dollar cost average in, but since we do have this data at our fingertips, you can look. I'm going to look at SCHD and look for a time to get in because, of course, I want to pay less. So let me go pull it up, SCHD, and let's look at the chart and see what it's doing. See, hold tight. Come on, ma'am. We ain't got time for no playing around. Where's the chart? I don't know where the chart is. Let me get my little butt back over here. Hey, we'll see if the chart fills in. But y'all, look, I don't have any of my indicators. I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just happy we're maintaining this. We're still here together. Good enough. If you're new, don't forget, like, subscribe, share. Hit the like button, y'all. Share the channel. Certainly subscribe. It costs you nothing. It's free. Okay, I'm gonna go back in because I can't pull SCHD up. Let's look at something else. Let's look at VTI. See if we can get that chart. Okay, VTI's chart is up. I don't know. So we've got 10 shares of VTI. You can see it on our chart. I'm not really interested in purchasing more VTI, but would you all look at this? Look at this 200-day moving average. Look at how it's holding up like a support. Hey, Dr. K, it's good to see you. Hey, Latoya. Okay, you're in SCHD as well. Yep. I buy a share every other week with funds from okay, I like it. That I'm telling you, the dollar cost averaging is going to be the thing no matter what. And I know it sounds counterintuitive, but when the market is down, you all think of it, it's on sale. We're okay if the market goes down because we're constantly getting in. So it's going to go up, it's going to go down. But as a long-term investor, we're okay if it goes down a little because that means we can buy more at a cheaper price. Girl, I miss y'all. Edith, you have no idea. You have no idea. I have story time for you all. Oh, do I have a story time? But I promise y'all, I do not want a Patreon. But y'all, we're going to have to take some of this behind the paywall because I have a story time. I went into expat chat. I need to stay out of Facebook groups because I'm telling you, my trigger finger. I got a real life trigger finger, man. I went in one of those expat chat rooms and we just gonna say a clear person Edith, no. It didn't go off in a good way. Man, I had to slap a couple clear people around in the chat. I was like, you don't, man, you don't know. My grandmama cleaned. She was a domestic worker. I can only imagine. She was from the South. I can only imagine the foolishness and the skullduggery she had to put up with just to live her daily life. You know what I'm saying? So no, it wasn't no chats. I have learned my lesson. I go into the brothers and sisters of from now on because them general expat chats, y'all don't, you don't know who in them. And so when he got jiggy with me, I'm not proud of it, Edith. Man, it was a bloodbath. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. It was a straight up bloodbath because I was taking no prisoners. As soon as one got off, I had to slap one around. Then here come his brother talking. I say, see, y'all got the right one today. Y'all got the right one today. So nah, it was not, yeah, it was not pretty at all. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna stay out of the expat chats and I'm only going into ones that say brothers and sisters of because they're my people. The rest of them clear people, they real froggy. They are very brave behind those keyboards. They real brave and real person. I told one, I said, hey Shauna, I said, listen, come on, meet me for coffee. You know, doggone well, when nobody taking me up on that coffee date. I was like, because I know for a fact you would not be talking this crazy if we were standing side by side. And I definitely know for a fact you wouldn't be talking crazy to me like this. If my 6-foot son was standing behind me, you definitely wouldn't be talking crazy. So, no, I learned my lesson. I have to stay out of the chats because man, you say something wrong to me. I don't, that's my pet peeve. Do not wag your finger in my face physically, virtually. Do not wag your finger in my face because that sets me off. Hey Matthew. Well, good. I'm glad y'all ready to learn. Let me get back over here to the real good, which is let's get over here to our Thinkorswim paper money account. I hope you guys are following along in your paper money accounts. So you can see these are all the things that will be, yes, please pray for the internet. Please pray because the truth is I can't be on here long anyway. By 10:30 I'll be off. So we got about another good half hour together, but I did want to share with you all what we have here now. Why that is not showing. Let me see. Okay. Are we lagging behind? Okay, long as you guys can see. Hey, if you're new, like, subscribe, share, do all the things. Y'all subscribe to the channel for sure. Now that's real. You should. It's the right thing to do. Okay, so hopefully you guys, let me see if I can get this caught up so I can keep up with where we are. Okay. So hopefully you can see my screen. Let me get my little self over here. And I'm going back into the paper money account. This is VTI, which is an ETF. It's a total market ETF, meaning that instead of trying to pick one stock, this ETF just bought it all. It bought all of the stuff in the that was available, and you can purchase slices. You don't have, it's $240 for one share, but if you have a Schwab account or if you have a Fidelity account, you don't have to spend the whole $240. You can purchase a slice or just a fractional share. So I usually go through, either one. You can purchase through Schwab, you can purchase through Fidelity. That's up to you if you have either one of those accounts. I did post an article on the community tab that compares Schwab, Fidelity, and Vanguard. So if you're interested, trying to figure out which account or which brokerage house is the best one for you, go check out the community tab and check out that article. So here's what we're looking at, and this is what's interesting to me. Do you all see this green line here? This is my 200-day SMA, simple moving average. And look how price came all the way down to that 200 moving average, and now it's bouncing back off of it. This acted as a support and kept the price from dropping even lower than it had already dropped. So it got right to it. Let me pull it up and wide. You can see Can you see that? It's sitting right at it. And luckily for us, the price is going up. So you can see our tall volume bar here. It means we got some buyers coming into the market. Love, love, love. And then you can see this too. You can see from our MACD. And I like this part of just talking through it, you all, so that you can just kind of see what I'm looking at. This is a simulator. It's not real. This is a paper money account. There may even be a little lag behind the actual market time, although it says real-time data. But I just want to talk you through what I'm looking at and what I look at when I'm looking at a chart. And because we're talking about VTI as a long-term set it and forget it, I'm just talking to you about the chart now, what I see, because you would not do this. You would absolutely not do this with your long-term ETFs. You want to purchase those things and walk away. You don't want to look at it every day. I just think it would be too maddening. But since we're here and we have the chart up, we might as well talk about what we see on the chart. And if you have any questions, only going, I know. Edith says only going to the brothers and sisters. When the men start with, yep, it's all about them. Yep, yep. Oh, they were obnoxious. They were obnoxious. You already know who it was. They were so obnoxious. And so, yeah. And then one granny joined the chat. One granny, I said, I will slap a granny around virtually too. If you wag your finger, granny, you'll get it too. So anyway, back to the chart. You all know I use a 9, a 20-day, a 50-day, and a 200-day moving average. And what I find so interesting here is that you see price came all the way down to this 200-day moving average and bounced off of it. So let me see if I can show you better on a 5-minute. If we can actually see how it began to approach and then it took back off. That is a pretty strong support. That 200-day moving average is a much stronger support than your 9, your 13, and your 50, because that's the average over the last 200 days. So I'm not surprised by that. I also let me see if I have the 52-week. I want to put this over here. I want to put the 52-week. I thought it was over here. The 52-week high and low on my oh, I better add it here. I'm going to add the 52-week high and low on my watch list just so that we can have that data. I need that 52-week high. We're going to add it. And I'll do the 52-week low as well. I don't know if you all can see it, but I'm adding that over here to I'm adding it to my watch list. So let's see. Why didn't it take? I'm going to try it again. Customize. Okay, we're going to, okay. We'll see. All right, I like to know the 52-week high to see where I am relative to it. So I don't know, does anybody know the 52? Oh, it might be up here too. Anybody know the 52-week high for VTI? I want to know if we're near it. I tried to add it onto my chart, but it didn't add. We'll see. All right. Hey, Lisa. Or if anyone in chat knows, please share. What was your question? Good morning. Hi, Alicia. It's so good to see you. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so VTI is doing this thing. Let's take a peek at SCHD. She's back online. Oh, at least we do have some fibs with our SCHD. So you can see, look, SCHD is coming up on some resistance at $77.12. Well, that doesn't surprise me. She tried to hit it the other day and bounced off of it, went down. I want to say, well, I wouldn't say that the 50 caught her, but look right here. You see how the price is sitting right on that 50-day moving average. It really does respect these moving averages, you guys. And it will respect this. I mean, not always, but you can see it. it'll respect this resistance. At least sometimes it'll slow down and then before it cuts right through it. So I would expect that at 72.12, I wouldn't, I'm going to be curious to see. In order to get through that resistance, it would have to have some volume, meaning a bunch of buyers maybe come into the market and help push it above that price. So I'm going to be curious to see. Our RSI is rising. That's a good sign. This is diminishing. Looks like buyers are coming into the market. You can tell with these green candles. And we're switching. It looks like this downward trend might be reversing. And I'm saying that because look at the dark red bars on our MACD. They're getting smaller, smaller, smaller. And as these two lines get closer and together, if they actually do that crossover, it's a signal of possibly the trend reversing. And then our candles are telling us, look, price is going up. It's been going up for the last 10 minutes. I love all of this. Just if you can just try to put some of the pieces together. Our simple moving averages can sometimes act as support and resistance. That's the colored line. This red line is a Fibonacci's retracement, and that shows us where supply and demand is, like where the buyers come in and where sellers come in. Our RSI, as it approaches that 70 value, you can see when the price goes up, the RSI turns up. So I promise y'all, it really is, you're just looking at colors and lines and relationships. No need for a calculator. You don't need any special formulas or anything like that. But why would I be looking at this? I'm not trading it. I want to purchase this as a long hold. Well, even during the course of the day, if I'm going to buy it today, I still want to buy it at the cheapest price. I don't care if it's 702 or if it's 717. If I can get it for 7702, I want to get it for the lowest possible price. So I am planning to purchase one more share, and I'm dollar cost averaging in. I'm buying a share. To be honest with y'all, I was going to buy a share a day, but I figure I'll hold my horsey and buy a share a week. So that's the adjustment I'm going to make. I bought a share last week. I'll buy another share this week. You don't want to rush in. You don't want to drop a whole heap of cash in. Okay, so year to date, let me see, either year to date, 365 average is 235. Which one is that? You're going to have to tell me what that is, Edith. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, let me scroll back, see if anybody has a question in the chat. I'm just checking to see. I think everybody. Yeah. Yep. Who said it? They're very condescending in the chat. Yeah, they were. But see, I learned my lesson. But to be honest with y'all, I swear, when I was done, I wanted to smoke a cigarette. I was like, whew, I was able to get some stuff off of my chest. I was able to say a whole lot of things. But that's not the point. The point is I went in to get some information and it went left. But I had fun. I had a good time. We're doing it anyway. I don't care. We're doing it anyway. So I'm gonna bring you back up. I'll bring you back up. Okay. So please tell me, can you all see? You can see the chart? Okay. So what we're looking at is we're gonna look to see if we can, I'll show you how to, look for the 52-week high. And so I went to my daily chart. Let's see. And these lines, please don't let these lines throw you off. This is nothing but price levels. These red lines are Fibonacci's. I can take them off. Let's see. Drawings. I'm going to remove some of these drawings so that you can see. I'm going to take that Fibonacci's off. I can always add it back later. But what we're doing is we're looking back. This is the one. I'm going to do the weekly chart. And so if we go all the way back, this is January 2024. If we go, okay, about the TTM squeeze, gotcha. If we go all the way back to 2023, you can see, let's see, the highest that STHD has traded recently was $82. So we've got some room for some up. We're at $77. Jayla, let's see, what is Jayla's question? I'm looking for it in the chat. Please share. Jayla, can you put the question, how do you use, the TTM squeeze? I love the TTM squeeze. It's a momentum indicator as well. It kind of helps you understand where you are in the trend. So if you're in an upward trend or a downward trend, your TTM squeeze will help you figure out, is the trend getting stronger or is the trend starting to wane? So let's look at, let me pull out and I'll go to the 5-minute chart. And let's see, let's go down to a 3-minute chart. That might be even more helpful. Okay. So Jayla, I don't like this one. Let me find one that has a really, this might help. I want one, let me see. I want to find a good example. Okay, here, we'll do IWM. Perfect. Oh yeah, I like this one. Okay, so Jayla, if you look down here, here's your TTM squeeze. If your stock or your equity or whatever it is in an upward trend, you'll see these light blue bars. And this is going to be a very simple overview. And as that trend continues in an up, continues, we're talking about an upward trend, as the price continues to go up, you will see these bars continue to stay this bright blue color and they'll get taller and taller. It's telling you, yes, it's in an upward trend and the trend is still building momentum. It's still a strong trend. It kind of helps you understand the health of the trend. When you start to see these dark blue bars, you'll see, look, a red candle came in. So now, it's no longer, it's still an upward trend because we still got these blue bars, but hey, something is happening. This is starting to wane. This is not building. It's not continuing to build up momentum and, the price go higher, higher. No. When you see that color change and then you see these bars getting smaller, 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 this was the upward trend. It's building, building, building. You can see where it's starting to cool, and then you can see where it's dying down. And you can see, the only thing I'll tell you about the TTM and most of these indicators, they lag a little. And so the candlesticks are really telling the story, but you use these for what we call confluence. You don't want to ever use just your candlesticks. I'm not going to say you don't ever. There's some people who trade with just candlesticks and volume, but they use two things in conjunction. Nobody's ever just looking at the candlesticks. You usually use something else to help confirm either it's an upward trend or downward trend, or it's a breakout, it's something. And so the more things, the more indicators that you can get, and you don't want to use too many, but the more indicators that you can get to say the same thing, if they're all saying the same thing, it's more convincing, whatever your thesis is. And so you can see here, blue, tall, tall, tall. Look, green candles, price going up, bigger, bigger, bigger. And whoa, here comes this red candle where price isn't going up anymore. Now price is coming down. And look at your TTM squeeze. You get this first dark blue bar that is saying, hey, yeah, it was going great guns. These candles for 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, it was going, price was going up, it was looking good. You might want to pay attention. Now price isn't going up with the same momentum. It may still be going up, but pay attention. And so then when you really start to see these dark blue and they're really getting small, look what's happening up top. You start to see these red candles come in. And then when you see the red bars come in and you see how they start to build, look at price dropping down. Price is going down, down, down. Your TTM squeeze is, it's really going, the candle, I'm sorry, these bars are getting bigger, 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 and they're bright red. So yes, it's a downtrend, and it really kind of helps you see where you are in the trend. So as soon as this yellow bar starts to come in, oh, look at your candlesticks. Now price is starting to go back up. So it helps you determine, the blue ones are for uptrends, the red and the yellow, you'll see those in the presence of a downward trend. Now, the only thing about it is you might look here and say, well, hey, it's still a blue one here. Again, this is a lagging indicator, meaning that it runs a little bit behind what the candlesticks are actually doing, but it's still helpful for me anyway, then to see, wait a minute, I know now, okay, especially if you're trading, I don't know that you really need your TTM squeeze on a daily basis if you're in a long hold situation. You really don't. But if you're in a trading situation where you're making minute by minute decisions, these indicators can be helpful in entering and exiting a trade. And so I'm just going to move and see if we're still in here, you all. Okay, I'm still going. All right. So I hope that helps. Let me just get back to it. I just wanted to check and make sure we're still on. So you'll see 4 colors primarily. And then these dots down here mean something too. So the red dots, if I'm not mistaken, mean that it's firing up. And then these green dots mean that it's in full effect. To take that with a grain of salt. But what I can tell you for certain and for sure is that when you see these light blue bars and they're getting bigger, 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 this momentum indicator is helping us understand, oh, it is an upward trend and it's getting stronger or it's sustaining itself. When you start to see these blue like this and they kind of leveled off, look, price isn't going up as fast as it was going up before. It really has kind of, we would call that consolidation, where it gets caught up. It's just kind of sideways trading for those 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 20, 30 minutes or whatever it is, not much change in the price. And you'll see too, your RSI is basically sitting around 50. It's right at 51. That when that RSI is sitting right in the middle, that's consolidation. And then you'll see, look, here comes look at your RSI going down, down, down. Look at the red candlesticks down, price going down, down, down. And again, this indicator is kind of lagging because the RSI told us way back here, price was coming down. The candlesticks told us way back here, price was coming down. Our TTM squeeze doesn't really kick in with these red bars until, shoot, this candlestick. So again, it's a good indicator for momentum of a trend. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it continuing to build momentum? Or is the momentum, pulling back a little bit? And you use that. That can be helpful when you're trying to figure out if you want to get in and out of a trade, if you want to stay in a trade or not. If these things are tall and blue and you got a call, and prices going up, you won't hang in there. But if you see this start to come in, you might want to look at some other things to consider if maybe it's time to close out that trade, if it's a call. And for a put, you want to see these big red tall bars coming in, big, strong. You want to see sustain. If you see that a whole row, let me see if I can find one that, let me see, during the trading day. Might be easier to find it on a 5-minute. Let's see. Okay, let's see this one. Yeah, okay, this is a good one. Hopefully you can see this example, because here we have At the beginning of the trading day, you see this big green candle, which means buyers are coming in, prices going up. And look, price up, 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 up. And look at this. Look at your TTM squeeze. You want to see that. When that thing looks like that shark fin, you want to see this. Prices going up, 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 up. Man, that's a very healthy trend. You can also see it in your MACD. Your MACD is called the heartbeat of your indicators because it also helps you determine if this is a healthy trend. And you can see these are bright green. But look what happens when price starts to come down. You see this color change here. You can even see the crossover right here in your MACD. Prices come, the trend has changed. Then you see your MACD turn red. You see these dark blue bars, and then they go down, down, down. And we even have a little consolidation here. And again, this is consolidation when price is just trading sideways. It's not going up, it's not going down. And if you look down here at your RSI, it's always sitting right in the middle when things are consolidating. That's how you can tell. 50 is the middle value. Your RSI has a value of 70 at the top and 30 at the bottom. And what's smack dab in the middle? 50. So when that thing is sitting at 50, it's consolidating. And that's exactly what the candlesticks are doing. But then look at the end of the day. Traders have come back from lunch. Remember, we talked about that. There's a rhythm to the trading day. Let me just adjust this, you all, so I can kind of see. Let me move that. I want to move my phone over so I can at least see if I'm with you guys. Okay, so you can see here, it's around 2 o'clock, 2-ish in the afternoon. Y'all know what the day is like. In the morning, all the buyers and sellers, everybody gets into the market. Then around lunchtime, this is such a typical day. It just kind of sideways trades. It waits till the brokerage house, everybody comes back from lunch. And then once they come back from lunch, trading takes off again. It can take up, it can go down. It doesn't matter, but volume will pick up. Look at your volume bars. Look at this. Very heavy volume in the morning. Look at the afternoon. No, it's such a dip in the volume because, the real folks with the big bucks, they all having a martini lunches. So not only do you can see it with your volume here, you can see it with your RSI. Your RSI is constantly stuck around this 50 value because no price movement. And then what happens? Around 2 o'clock, when they get through with their martini lunches, they come back and look at it, the market takes off. And you can see from your TTM that these bars get bigger, bigger, bigger. They're blue, that's the stained blue. And then the market closes. And then, of course, you have that little waning or whatever. But this is a perfect example of how all three of these indicators really kind of work together. Look at this. The RSI is so overbought. And we know that it's not going to stay up there long. It can't. It's not sustainable. If price just went forever into the sky, you all really seriously, it is a market. People aren't going to pay. We're looking at IWM. IWM has had problems, I want to say around the 200 mark. It kind of stalls out at 200. Let me look back and see. Let's see the highest it's been. Yeah, she got up to 244 way back in 2021, was it 2022? And then just hasn't been able, look at this right here, you all. Let me drop this in here. I'm just going to drop look at this. Can you all see this? Right here. Yep. I like it. Right here, right around the 200 mark. IWM hit it, bounced off. Hit it, bounced off. Hit it, bounced off. And really got low down to 161. Hit it, bounced off. And now here we are again, tapping right at that 200. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And I'll put this chart back. I like this one. This is a good chart to look at. IWM, I like trading IWM. Now, would I purchase IWM as an ETF for a long hold? I don't know. It really hasn't come up on my list of purchases for a long hold. But do I like to trade IWM? I sure do, because the contracts are a little less expensive. I haven't traded it in a long time, but IWM is coming right up on that $200 price level. So I'll be curious to see if it can penetrate, if it can break above this 200. And I don't know. But look at this. While it may not be able to get above the 200, you see how it hit the 198 and came all the way back down, you all? Look at this. I want to see, this is our 200-day moving average. I wonder if this is my VWAP. I'm not even sure what this white is. I put it on here some time ago. But this, look at that. Oh, wow. If it breaks through this 200-day moving average and breaks down to the downside like that, I'm always going to be looking to see what the volume is. Usually it takes some volume to break through that 200-day moving average, because it's a pretty substantial, support in this case. So let me get rid of this and get over here. Okay. So did I miss any questions, you guys? Did I get it? Yeah, you all need to come. Whoa. We're looking at let me get over here to the 3-minute. We're looking at IWM in real time. Okay. Wow, what would I do if I was trading? Man, if it hadn't hit down this RSI so fast, that's some nice movement to break through that 200 like that with that big red candle, this big red candle. I'm gonna be curious to see what comes in next. And see, this is exactly what I would do. I would go down to the 2-minute. I would really go down to the 1-minute, because I want to know. I want to see with my nosy self. No questions. Thank you, Marilyn. And I think you can post them, Marilyn. You can go ahead and put them up. I think you can. I think so. So if a question comes up, just post it up on the whatever, and I can see it on my phone. So I've got my phone here so I can see, and then I can monitor both of those. Then I can pick up the question really easily. I don't know if we've ever tried it that way, but okay. So let me see. So here, look at this. Okay, you all see. I like just watching the chart. It's something like when there's no money on the table and you can just study the charts. I'm telling y'all, there's some value in it. Look what happened. We hit the bottom of this RSI. We got down to the 30. And look what happened. It rejected. It bounced right back off of it. It'll get there, but I'm telling y'all, it's not going to stay down there long. Eventually, it'll turn up. Now, look at this red candle coming in, and look at your RSI turn down. They work together. I'm telling you, they work together. We were talking about the TTM and how that is a momentum indicator. Let me pull this back up. And you can see you're in this clear downtrend. Price is clearly gone from 197 all the way down to, it was 197, almost 198. And price has come all the way down to like 196, about a dollar drop. Look at your TTM squeeze. We still building. Look, and when that big one comes in again, I'm thinking, okay, so then we should see some more downside to this thing. Here's what happens. The RSI will come up and take like a breather. It can't stay down there long, so it'll bounce up, get a little breath, and then it's going to continue to go down. So as long as these big red bars keep coming in, we can keep expecting at least to see this price stay down here. I'm going to be concerned when those yellow ones come in, because when the yellow ones start to come in, you should see the kind of, the price going up. That's just the way it works. You can see it right here. Price down, 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 down. We got this red. Price kind of took a little dip up. uh, you know, it's not an exact science, folks. It's not an exact science. These are indicators. They're not predictors. It's not a crystal ball, but we take all this information into consideration. And the MACD pretty much operates the same way, but with your MACD, you're always looking for this little crossover here. You can see price was going up, up, up. Green bars, price going up. You can see your volume, all green. Those are buyers in charge. You can see down here on your MACD, this was green, green, green. Then you see that color change. You see your red candles come in. You see this crossover. Once you see that crossover, look what happens. We get this whole dollar dip in the price. Now look at your MACD. Look how this is turning back up. And look how these got to be that dark red and they're getting smaller. I'm telling y'all, it's not rocket science. Study the chart. Just look at your chart, no money, no stress. I mean, not even your paper money. Just, I promise y'all, when I first started trading, I know this sounds bananas, but I would write down the price. I know it sounds crazy. I would watch the price ticker at the top. You see where that price is? And not every price change, but man, maybe every 20 seconds, every 30 seconds, I would write the price down. I know it sounds crazy, but if you work with one ticker, this is for your traders. If you're a trader, we're talking about somebody that's getting in and out, you hustling, you making money on the daily. Hopefully you're making money on it. But I wouldn't trade daily now. I've said this 1,000 times. You don't trade every day. You trade when the market gives you something. But there was value in me writing down the price because I was able to study how price moved for that one ticker. And I did that for QQQ. And I'm telling you, I don't know if QQQ still trades this way, but when QQQ gets to like the 25 cent, the 50 cent, 75 cent, each one of those benchmarks, it slows down. It does like a little stutter step. It'll stay there for a little bit. I would know for certain if QQQ got above 50 cent, if it was going to be able to sustain it. You can be, I'm telling you, if you study one ticker, if you're a new trader, find one ticker, maybe two that you like. I challenge you, try this. Write down the price. I had a notebook. I had notebooks of nothing but price action when I started studying QQQ. And you will see a pattern with the price. I promise you, it's not random. And so, didn't we talk about? I'm going to switch back to the chart. Look at these red bars still coming in on your TTM. Look at this. We've got this big red candle push. We took a little, got some tinies. Then we got this big red push and we moved over a little bit. And now we've got this big red push again. As long as these joints keep coming in here red, you're good to go. You know that this is a sustaining downward trend. Look at what's happening here with your MACD. Look how far apart these lines are, and they're pointing down. Your RSI, all of this is telling us downtrend. I only get concerned when the RSI is down here because it'll do just that little stutter step like this. It'll come up for some air, go down, come up for some air, and go back down. I love this pattern. I call this like the reverse bunny hop. Look, down and over, down and over, down and over. It's gonna follow these lines down, and I don't know where it's gonna stop because I don't have anything plotted on here. So I couldn't tell you. That's why you would have your support and resistance, because then you would know like where it might be likely to stop because you would be able to see your support and resistance. I'm back. I had to do something. Oh, that's my grand boy. Hey, I just made a short. If anyone can watch it, I would highly appreciate it. That's my grandbaby, y'all. Alan Pham. That's his YouTube channel. Yes, we're starting him. We want him to understand how to make money on the internet and be an entrepreneur. So, yes. Okay. So there it is for your TTM, y'all. This is a beautiful downtrend. If I were trading, I would have bought a put because look, it's under all of the RSI. I'm sorry, it's under all of your simple moving averages. It's got, we've got this TTM telling us it's a go-go. We've got our MACD saying, yeah, we're clearly in a downward trend. And I'm not even afraid of that little pull, that little cool off, but because it's still going down. The only reason I wouldn't trade this is because I don't have my support and resistance. You should never be trading if you don't know price levels, because how do you know when to exit a trade? You don't. So and first of all, we shouldn't be on this minute chart. Let me go to my 3-minute. That might make a little more sense. Yeah, look at that. Okay, this makes more sense. But that was a good demo for how your TTM squeeze works in conjunction with your RSI and your MACD. So here again, you can see clearly we are underneath the average price over the last 200 days. Man, this would have been a nice trade, because even if you didn't get in on this candle, if you got in on this one, I might have waited. These look a little shaky, but once this one came in and this one came in, oh yes, we're making money. Somebody's making money on some puts right now. It's not me, because I'm sitting here talking, chewing the fat with y'all, but somebody is making some money right here, right now. IWM, oh yes, low, 194.38 low, and 196.93. That's the price level. Thank you, Yvette. So when you know that, you know what to look out for. Or you're looking to see if it's going to cross, if it's going to cross over and break through that support. That's what you're looking for. But y'all, I'm telling you, never trade without knowing your price levels. And so since we're paper money, let me go ahead and move out to the hour chart, and I'll plot some, let me plot for IWM real quick. Let's see. I'm just going to drop some and get my, I'm going to definitely catch this low. 187. And it doesn't have to be exact, you guys, but that's 187. Let me go in here and pull something else. Clearly something happens around here. Around, looks like, might be somewhere around 191. Something might be happening. And I'm going to pull this out a little bit because I need to see. Let me change this. Let me pull this. I just want to see a little closer. That might be a little too close. Okay. Let me get my drawing tool back. And I'm looking to apply one more in here. Let's see if I can find something. Yes. Let's see what happened over there. And I'm always looking to the left, Yeah, Yvette, what did you say? 196? Yep, I'm coming up. Mine is 197. And again, y'all, it's not exact. Okay, yeah. You got it. That's it. Yep. You said 196. I got 196.82. That's about right. Yes. Okay. Let me get out of there. Okay, so let's look. At least we've got something on here. Okay, wow, look at this. I'm telling y'all, it respects these doggone support and resistance lines. I'm telling you, look, price came down, bounced back up, hit here, consolidated right around here. And y'all, I just plotted this, consolidated here. I'm going to be curious to see if it gets down to this 194. That would be something. I don't know if IWM moves like that. Let me see. Yeah, I guess it could. The ATR is 3. We're still here, folks. Okay, we're watching IWM to see if it hits these price marks. So let's see. Okay, so look, it came through this support, and we're going to see, we're just watching to see what's going to happen. But look, here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the RSI. And because it hits this RSI at 30, I want to see if it's going to react, if it's going to bounce back up and get a little breather and continue down, or if it's just going to hang down here. So let me pull this, look at our MACD, saying it's clearly in a downward trend. These are getting bigger, they're getting red, no sound. Okay, I'm coming. Let me get back over there. No sound. Why no sound? I don't know about no sound. Let's see. Okay, Marilyn, can you hear me now? I don't know. Tell me if you can hear me. Can you hear me? There should be sound. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, so here's what I'm looking at. We're looking at this price come down on this on IWM, right? Thank goodness. Okay. So y'all, we're talking trader talk now. This is not long-term investment. You know, if we were doing long-term investment, we would not be talking about in and out of a trade. Matter of fact, let me come down to the 3-minute mark and see. I'm coming down to our 3-minute chart. Yeah, y'all, these things are all working and doing what they're supposed to do. Look at your red candle. You see price coming down clearly. Clearly, price is under all of your simple moving averages. Clearly in a downward trend. Look at your MACD. All these bars are getting bigger, bigger, bigger. They're bright red. This thing is far, these two lines are far apart. The MACD is the heartbeat of the indicators. It helps you understand the trend. Is this a healthy trend? Is it still going? Is it still got some life and some energy in it? Yes. And look at this coming down. Let me move this so we can see it. I'm trying to think. 196. No, it's got to be a price level in between here, because this is 194 and 197. It's got to be something in between there. I don't know. I didn't plot like for real, for real. I just threw some on here. I'll have to throw a Fibonacci's up. Let me do that. Let me do a fib so that we can at least get some context. But I know for sure at 194, we've got a little more resistance. So you just want to know if you're a trader and you got in here, oh man, I don't know. I probably would have gotten in right underneath this resistance. I'm under these clearly. I would have probably gotten in this trade right underneath this resistance, because that's your protection. And then you've got your MACD telling you it's a go. Your MACD telling you it's a go. Your TTM squeeze telling you it's a go. The RSI is down here. We'll see. But this is why you want to know if the trend gets ready to change. If you're in a put, you need to know. A put is what we buy. It's a contract that you buy when the price is going down. So if the price flips and it starts to go up, you want to get out. That's when you make your money. You want to get out of there. So you want to use all of these things in conjunction. For me, this is like trading with training wheels. You've got all the, all the little knick-knack gadgets and knick-knack paddywhack things to help you understand what the candlesticks are saying. Trust me, as you become a better trader, you will, some people use none of this, or they may use, every trader is different. But for beginning traders, here's my advice. Find one or two tickers. I say one, and learn that ticker like you're really studying. I like IWM. I like QQQ. NVIDIA's a little, I wouldn't say for a new trader, but IWM trades slowly enough that you can still make money. but you'll see the movement. And I challenge you as if you're a very new trader, I promise you, I found so much value for me in actually keeping a notebook of price action. I literally sat for hours. I promise you, you can see it. If you go back to those early videos, you will see me literally writing down the price, not every 20, 10 seconds, but man, I had some notebooks. But what it did was I understood the price action on QQQ. I understood where she ran into trouble, where she would, how she would respond to resistance. It was invaluable for me. It sounds crazy, but take a ticker like IWM. QQQ was pretty good, for studying. I enjoyed it. Y'all know I'm just in here talking, explaining my little heart out. Just explaining my little heart out. Okay, so I hope we're back. Okay, okay, okay. So I hope we're back. I'm just in here doing my whole shebangity boodoo. It's like a toolbox. You build your trading style to what suits you best. Yeah. So you will know too. But I think in the beginning, if you're a beginning trader, I don't want you to be discouraged. I promise you all, it's not random. It is not random. Yay, I'm back. It's not random. If you study this stuff long enough, that's why I say trading is for the disciplined. If you are impatient, if your goal is to learn just enough to get in there and make money, you're going to get caught. Don't do it. Dedicate yourself. It's like anything that you really want to get good at. If you start a business, you got to put in the time. If you start a new hobby, you've got to put in the time if you want to see the results. Trading is no different. But the only thing about trading is you can get paid if you do it with fidelity. And I mean that you study, you learn how to plot support and resistance, trend lines, you learn the basics, you stick with one, you don't bounce around and you're not chasing like stock tips. That's not the way. I'm telling you, nah, I wouldn't recommend that. So we're looking to see, I want to see if these candlesticks continue to stay thin like this. But look at this. Y'all see this second dark red bar that came in? It tells you. And look how thin, I'm going to make this bigger so you can see the candlesticks. You can see how thin they're getting. And then when you start to see wicks, these wicks tell you that there's a conflict because the price was way, let me see if I can make it a little bigger. The price, oh no, that doesn't help. The price had gotten down as low as this, and then buyers came in and pushed the price back up. That's how you get that wick. And look at this green candle coming in. They're telling you the size of the candles talk to you. If you see big ones and you see them consecutively along with this, it's saying, okay, that's a strong trend. Those big body candles, that's definitive. That's the sellers that are in charge, and they're clearly in charge. When you start to see these candles get thin like this, and the bodies are really small, and you start to see wicks coming in, that's telling you that they're in there fighting. Price isn't just going down anymore. When I see that wick, I'm not surprised to see a green candle come behind it, because that wick is telling me that buyers are coming in and they're pushing the price back up. Well, that makes sense because the price is so low. Some people have been waiting for the price to get low so that they can purchase again. Y'all, this thing just goes on every day. Buyers and sellers. The buyers shoot the price up, people sell and take a profit. Once people start selling off, the price jumps back down. When the price gets low enough, then it's attractive for people to buy. That's called supply and demand. It's a very simple market. If you think about, I always use the example of eggs. You know, when eggs was $5 a dozen, folks not running out buying no 10 dozen eggs and they $5. But you let those eggs go on sale for 69 cents a dozen, you're more inclined to stock up on them. And it's the same for stocks, y'all. It's nothing but they're selling shares, but the psychology is the same. And the only thing that's different is about when traders are in the market. You know, traders are in and out every day. Traders don't necessarily care, especially if you're trading options. They don't care if the price is going up or down, long as the price is moving. You just want to get it right. And you use these indicators to help you, determine, is this a consistent trend? Is it a sustaining trend, or is it waxing and waning? And you know when to jump ship. That's it. You need to know when to get in and when to get out. And so for a put, when we talked about, what might be a good entry, getting in right here underneath this resistance, because that resistance, even if the price suddenly changes and just the trend reverses, you have a little bit of protection with this resistance, because it may slow down that price reversal. Now, I've seen it cut right through. I mean, I've seen some volume come in and it cut right through that resistance. But most times, depending on the trading day, what time of day it is, what's happening in the market, support and resistance can be your friend. You want to get in your calls right at support. So let's see if there's a good entry for a call. I like to do this. Let me look on the 5-minute. So I'm looking for a place to get in. But look at this, y'all. Oh, come on. Is somebody watching this? Look at this. This would have been a perfect place. Holy smokes, holy smoly cannoli. To get in, I don't know if I want to say perfect, but this would have been a place to consider getting in a call, because right here, this big green candle comes in. Clearly, there's a support here. So it looks like it's responding off of this support. It's above all of these SMAs. This candle, I probably wouldn't have gotten in, but when I saw this joint come in and close green, that little bit of wicking don't bother me too much. And then this one, and then this one. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Yes, now we're clearly above those. Look at what your TTM squeeze is telling you. It's great guns. The only thing about that RSI, when it's up like that and it stays up like that, I don't like that, because eventually it's going to come down. But notwithstanding the RSI, look at your TTM, bright blue. We said the blues are for your upward trend. These bars are getting bigger, bigger, bigger. We talked about the MACD. These are light, the bright green. They're getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And look how far apart, the further apart these become. Yeah. And this is on our 5-minute. Let me look at it on the 3-minute. Oh, yeah. And not only that, but look how it's playing right in between these price levels. It bounces off of this one, it hits this resistance, and it comes back down. Y'all look at that. And then it bounces back up there and it bounces back down. That's why you need to have your support and resistance. This would have been such a beautiful, clear, oh man, this would have been a nice little scalp. You get in here by a call. Once it gets up to this resistance, I don't know if I would have jumped out. Yeah, I probably would have jumped out. Knowing me, I would have got out of that trade right away. Right away. I would have took that little bit of money and went on home. This is a good trade. That was a sweet trade right there. And then you get out. If you don't get out here, you definitely get out when it starts crossing back underneath these SMAs. Don't be greedy. You just take you take that win and you go on home. That's what you do. So that's how your candlesticks, your support and resistance, these are your simple moving averages. You can even, consider the volume. You got some healthy volume here, but you're looking at that MACD. You're looking at, are these bars building? Are they getting taller? Are they sustaining this bright color? I'm not going to talk about that RSI, but you're looking at your TTM and you see bigger, 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 bigger. And look, once it starts to consolidate, look what happens. You got these. And then when it starts to cross under, look, I'm telling y'all, it's just colors. It's color coded trading. But this is simplified. You want to talk about how do you get in and out of the trade quickly, when to get in, when to get out. So if you're buying a call, you want to purchase, if at all possible, right at support, because that support is going to be your protection. It's holding that price from going too low. And when we have a call, we want the price to go up. So we want that support. You want to get out of this trade once it hits this resistance and it looks like the trend is changing and starting to go back down. You want to get out of this call. So you would have, I don't know if anybody would have gotten in on that first candlestick. I wouldn't have. That's a 3-minute candle. Maybe I might have gotten in somewhere along here. I don't know if I would have gotten in here, but I would have. But once you see this 1, 2, 3, what? If you didn't get anything but this. So nobody, I don't know any trader that always catches the entire move. Most of us, we're happy to get some of the move. Let me pull this back down. We're happy to get some of the move. But what I really wanted you to see is that it absolutely respects this support. It absolutely respects this resistance and then back down. It just plays in between here. So I would be curious to see, let's see, here we are with IWM today. I'd be curious to see if it gets back down to this 194. It's 195. So this is what I would do for real, for real. Now I stopped looking at the candlesticks, y'all. And now I start looking at how the price ticks. I look at the candlesticks and how the price is moving. Like if it keeps playing around that 180 and then it drops to 170 and then it hits and stays in that 170 for a while, I'm telling you, watch the price as it ticks. Look at it, 182. I want to see if it's going to taste. Look at it. Did you see it hit 179? I started looking at that. Oh, and then it jumped up to 184. So you look at that. I'm telling you, start writing down some prices. If you're a new trader, trust me on this one. If nothing else, you'll have a notebook full of price action and you'll at least become more familiar with your ticker. So y'all, I think we did pretty good. We made it a whole hour and a half. It's time for me to go to bed, y'all. It's 11 o'clock. So let me get over here and see what's happening over here. Yes. Okay, y'all. It's 11 o'clock. I think our internet has served us well for the night. If you want to, if you're interested, if you are looking to join, I'm talking about the most supportive trading, investing community, you need to come and see us. We do it every Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when I tell you some knowledgeable women in that group, I can honestly say right to your face, I am not the most knowledgeable person in that chat. I am not the most knowledgeable person in our study group. We have women with varying skills and varying levels of skill in investing and trading. And what's so beautiful about it is that they'll share it with you. No, anything, ask a question. Anybody who has the information is willing to share or show you where you can get it. That's priceless. Not only are you, when you pay for your one on one, I can help you open up your account. If you don't already have one, I can help you set up your Thinkorswim platform. You get a 4-week introduction to the stock market class. It's a rotating class. It just keeps going on and on. We're going into week 3 now. Week 4, we're talking about ETFs in class though right now. But in our second hour, we talk trading talk. So we do a little bit of investing, we do a little bit of trading. You can come for one or you can come for all. Don't forget, while you're here, like, subscribe, and share. And on that note, y'all, I'm going to bed. It's been a blast. I miss y'all so much. I promise you, I'm waiting for this little gadget to get in here. As soon as it gets in here, we'll see. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, my sister. Gotta go. Yep, Marilyn. Yeah, y'all need to get to Southeast Asia too. Get your Southeast Asian tour guide, the little, you know the thing. You know that thing. All right. Yes, Yvette is in there. And look, y'all, Yvette is a Think or Swim platform master. She'll tell you otherwise, and I'll tell you the truth. Nobody knows their way around that platform like Yvette does. So if you're struggling and you want to become proficient with your trading platform, you need to come on and let Yvette sprinkle some of her magic on y'all. I'm telling you, you can't